country.
Nigerians must go.
Nigerians and other nationalities. If you are here illegally, you must leave Ghana.
Yes.
You must leave Ghana. Ghana is not safe. We will deal with you people in our own ways.
I saw online different videos where so many Ghanaians are bamboozling and balkanizing Nigeria image, saying that the Nigeria actually did it in 1983 by saying Ghana must go, that it is now they want to retaliate. And they are ignorant of history, because history has it that it was Ghana that started the whole shenanigan as at 1969. In 1969, there was what they call Ghana Declaration of Alien Expulsion of 1969. Alien Expulsion of 1969, where the Ghana Alien Expulsion Order of 1969 was a directive by Ghanaian government under Prime Minister Kofi Abrafa-Busia, which expelled hundreds of thousands of undocumented West African migrants, particularly Nigeria, from Ghana. So they started this. Don't forget, this was when they gained their own independence. Don't forget that Ghanaian, they gained the independence before Nigeria, because there was a power tussle in Nigeria between or among the tribes in Nigeria. That is why it is not good to this tribal line that is existing in Nigeria is not actually a good thing for us, because that was what made Ghana to gain their own independence before Nigeria. Though that is not very consequential when talking about economic power and political power. But the truth is that the northerners and the easterners and the westerners in Nigeria, there was argument between them that led the Ghana to get their independence from the same British that colonized Nigeria. So that is not the matter for today. The Alien Declaration as of 1969 was what Kofi Busia used to expel Nigeria from Ghana, owing to the fact that after getting their own independence, they were not stable and the economy was actually shaking, everything was going down and the unemployment rate was quite high. So they needed to flush out the foreigners in the country so that the indigenous or the locals, they can have what to do and they can feed well and all that. So that was what happened. About a million or million plus people were expelled from Ghana, of which about 500 to 1 million Nigeria were believed to be expelled from Ghana. And that was November 1969. So it is history, and there is fact here and there is figure here, because I saw some people coming out to actually say one or two things about what Nigeria is doing over there. Ghana is this. If they bring if you make $10,000 here, 10 million here, coming to Ghana is 10,000. They are started really abuse Nigeria and all that. So this is not the right way to go. We should rather seek for collaboration rather than this segregation and xenophobic activity that the Ghanaians actually try to carry out. Because along there is a law that that allow Nigeria to sell a bulk, that allow Nigeria to sell wholesale in Ghana, but they are not allowed to sell in retails. Who does that? It is only Mauritius that this kind of transaction or this kind of law is enacted, and at the end of the day, they are not doing well. They should either say why they are not doing well, and Ghana is rather for Ghana to move forward, and they are trying to move backward, because there are so many things to this. But I'm just giving you the history on how everything actually, where we get to where we are today. But this not to say that they are not our brothers. They are our brothers. We are their brothers, and we can always forgive ourselves and move on. But let me just lay the history down for you so that you understand that the whole thing actually started, and Ghana started it. Nigeria was actually facing the same situation that Ghana faced in 1969. As at 1963, they actually expelled other people in Nigeria so that Nigeria can all have time to balance or regain themselves economically. But at the end of the day, history repeats itself that Ghana is still doing the same thing again. And who knows what will actually happen tomorrow. So let me just give you the breakdown of what actually about. No, they did this for political reasons also. For him to get his locals, that is Kofi Busa, that is the then Prime Minister of Ghana, for him to get the locals support and all that, he has to do this to the foreigners. And number two of the reason of doing this, the reason behind what it was economic straining. Ghana was facing high unemployment and economic difficulties after independence, and many Ghanaians believe immigrants were taking jobs and dominating trade, especially in petty market and retail. And so there were so many reasons that was stated then, and it wasn't as if they were doing it maliciously. Actually, they were doing it just to save the indigenous and the locals in their, and post independence, identity, and sovereignty. This was another reason why foreigners were expelled in Ghana. There was a growing sentiment to assert national sovereignty and redefine Ghanaian identity of post-independence. The expelling foreigners were seen by some as a way to control national direction. Yes, this is what actually happened then. But let me just oppose to Nigeria on 1983 rather. In 1983, Nigeria, that was when about 7 years after Nigeria gained independence, 8 years after Nigeria gained independence, and Nigeria became a republic in 1963. That was when the Queen of England finally left Nigeria for Nigerians to rule. So we can boldly say that it was 1963 that Nigeria became a full country. So after about 5 years of getting independent, we also need to regain our economy back, and we have to no, before then, when Nigeria left Ghana, and all of a sudden things were working well for Nigeria also. So that was now the economic boom now attracted other foreigners to Nigeria, including Ghana. And Ghana were most people that ran to Nigeria when the economy was actually nosediving, and the economy of Nigeria was actually rising up. And they actually came to Nigeria just the way Nigeria went to Ghana as a 1950, 1955, 1960, and so, because of the war and all that. And when they now ran to Nigeria, they started doing the work. Everybody started living together, and everything was going on well. Not until the economy of Nigeria was not shaking. When it was not shaking, Nigeria had to reciprocate. What happened in Ghana? Shehu Shagari government has to expel some foreigners in Nigeria so that Nigeria can lay hand on the good jobs. And because all the petty jobs that was in Nigeria, then it was Ghana that was doing it, talking about polishing of shoe, talking about pushing wheelbarrow, talking about all this, what have you, and some petty trade in Nigeria. So the lower class in Nigeria need to have something to do. They need to have food to eat. So the Shehu Shagari administration also did the same thing, exactly the same thing the Ghanaian president do. That is Bafara Bushra did. And most of the reasons that was behind the expulsion of 1969 in Ghana was the same reason that was reeled out by Shehu Shagari in 1983. One of the reasons was that he also need to win election in Nigeria. Election was coming, and he need the local support, because if the foreigners are actually allowed to vote, remember, they may vote for his counterpart, another party. So he need to boost the strength and the confidence of the locals. So he need to chase out some people in Nigeria, not only Ghana. There were so many people living all the West African countries. They ran to Nigeria for rescue and all that. They need to go back so that we can find our balance. Also, that was what actually happened, and just the same thing that happened in Ghana actually happened in Nigeria. All of a sudden, they have to go. That was when they now Shehu Shagari government actually gave them about a week to leave Nigeria. So that was what led to the expulsion of some foreigners in Nigeria into their own various country. And this what led to there is a bag that we refer to as today as a Ghana must go bag, this blue and red bag and other. So they have to do some emergency running around to make sure they get all their property together and go. As they were going, they were using all this bag. That is why that bag is referred to as Ghana must go, almost in West Africa today. So now let's come to what is actually happening now. What is happening in Ghana right now can be regarded as xenophobic activities. Ghana, are you people lazy? I'm not very sure you people are lazy. Because the way the OT is going now, you are accusing of someone coming to your territory to become a king. And this man never drag with any king in Ghana. He never go to the government and say, yes, I am the chief, I am this, I am that, I am that. The guy knows how to go about his business and he is now prosperous. Why are you people not jealous of him? You are talking about your economy, this one, killing people and all that. Is it not Ghana that taught Nigeria how to kill for ritual? Because I've seen so many boys here, so many people here, they confess that when they want to do this, it's either they go to Senegal or they go to Ghana. Just like what Very Dark Man said today, that about, encouraging your economy, encouraging fraudster. Is it only Nigeria that do fraudster in Ghana? What about your EDG what about the one they caught last year? What about the one that now in your own country you are using dollar to pay house rent, you are using dollar to pay salary, you are using dollar to do everything that you need to do in Ghana. Now you are complaining that your economy is this, your economy is that. If you really claim that Ghana belong to Ghanaian, why not use CDs to run all your matters? Why not use CD to build out? Why not use it to CD to rent house in Ghana? Why not use Ghana CDs for everything you need to do? All the government official, why not use Ghana CD to pay their salary? Why not use Ghana CD to pay house rent in Ghana? And some of you just came online and start ranting, start talking about Nigeria. And by all standard, I don't think Nigeria and Ghana can be placed on a parallel line. By all standard, this is not to banter anybody. That is just the truth. Are you the only country that your currency is bigger than that of Nigeria? Even South Africa that tried it, what are they facing today? You have forgotten how you were rescued by Nigeria also. Please, this is 2025. Our forefathers fought this battle and they did not gain anything. Please, I thought this is Gen Z, this Generation Z. We don't need to fight this kind of fight. We need to hustle, enter street and hustle, enter online and hustle, get your money and let everybody move on. Do your thing, make sure your family is okay. Nobody is killing anybody. That you say Ghana and Nigeria come to Ghana to kill and all these things. No. Please, let's understand ourselves. We need to collaborate. The biggest brother we have in Africa today is they are Ghanaians. I'm very sure your closest brother you have in West Africa and in Africa are Nigerians. Please, let's understand ourselves. Okay, let's understand ourselves and let's move on just the way we have been doing. You guys have been playing the role of brotherhood, and also Nigeria, we have been playing a role of. Thank God for the way your government or your president is handling the whole issue. It's not joining the matter with all these people that are ranting on online and all that. Please, let's just see how we can work together and make life better. And look at World Cup that is coming now. Ghana is not almost going. Nigeria is not almost going. Are we happy with this? We should look for one way or the other to make sure that we collaborate, that one of us must go so that we can represent, your senior brother can represent the younger one. Or anyhow. Yeah, it has to be like that. And all your babes, all your girls, they like Nigeria guys. So also Nigeria guys like Ghana girls. That is why you see they flock around when they go to Ghana. They love this, flexi life and all that. So please, we have lived together. Let's do more integration rather than segregation of brothers. Please, let whatever has happened in the past, let it just be bygone. We are bigger than this. I'm very sure we are bigger than this. Check the history. You know that we have been running into each other. And those that do this, those that actually set this pace for us, they are the politicians. They should be the one that we are blaming. Because when they want to run their selfish interests, they want to have their selfish interest, what do? They start chasing foreigners. They start setting some propagandas between brothers, between countries and other. They should be the one that we should be blaming for this. Our forefathers, our government. This is what they do. Please, ciao.